Kicks it out, shot clock down to 2, 3 ball no good, rebound EK. Sell, down low to EK. Wyoming gonna work this matchup early and often, although first shot's no good for EK. Scanning the defense, feeds it out to EK on the perimeter. Working down low. Big fellas, fadeaway shot too short. Rebound Sampson. Trying to slow down the Wyoming offense a little bit. Ducell, top of the key, nothing but net.
Great pass by Graham Ike. Ducell had his feet set, inside out pass from the post. That's an easy basket for Xavier Ducell.
Good defense here by the Golden Lions to start the possession. Nice feed down to EK, and that's an easy 2.
You just can't let him catch the ball that deep in the paint. He's going to score it nearly every time.
Maldonado looking down low to EK. A little bit of a mismatch on Thomas. EK goes up with his right hand, and the bucket doesn't foul, but he will go the line. And Steve, the game plan seems to be fairly obvious here early. Feed it to EK down low.
Absolutely. He has, we were just talking at the break, how effective he is. He's a left-handed player over his right shoulder. That's where he's most comfortable. The part I think Graham Ike needs to is to get a little bit more comfortable going to his left shoulder so he can go both ways. The first 2 possessions of the game, we saw that he went back over his left shoulder, left those a little bit short, but he is desperately trying to get to the middle when he's on this right block so he can use that left hand over his right shoulder. But, you know, I think right there he got into the middle of the paint and ended up just had a number of shot fakes and got to the foul line. A lot of contact in there.
Jeffries down low to EK. Tough shot, no good.
Really, you know, exerts his presence on the defensive end.
EK working on Sampson, hoop and the harm.
Too big. Sampson didn't want any of that contact. EK got too deep and just laid it up and in. Tried to foul him, just tried to keep him from getting an easy basket, but you're gonna have to foul him a lot harder than that to keep him from making that basket.
He made that look easy, but he was pretty close to being right under the basket. Almost got too deep. EK gets the free throw to go after missing his first couple attempts from the free throw line, so 3 points the old-fashioned way. First attempt and second attempt no good for the Cowboys, averaging in double digits the last 3 years as EK fights for the rebound. Working baseline, kicks it out to Thompson. A little bit of a run here, up 9 points, their biggest lead of the afternoon. EK, and it's going the other way.
Well, Ryan, you can knock one guy over and not be a foul. If you knock 2 guys over in the same possession, I think they're going to call an offensive foul on you.
Sampson working on EK. Muscles his way down low, but can't get it to fall.
But I think this is going in the right direction. I don't like to see the flop in the post. I think you have the ability to hurt somebody, and you know I think that there's different crews are going to call that differently. The other night we saw immediately that was a charge against Graham Ike. Tonight it's the same, very similar action, and it's a flop. You know what? So it's going to be a little bit different. The players are going to have to adjust to the whistle that they have that night.
And EK once again being aggressive in the paint, so he goes the line for 2. First shot not good, but Graham Ike, just a sophomore, and Steve, he has a very bright future here in Laramie. Last year only played about half the season, coming off a torn ACL. Appeared in 12 games but had 11 points per game his freshman year. Sampson, tough shot, and Ike gets the board.
Got away with a walk. He, you know, Pogo sticked in there on one leg there for a while, but they didn't call it.
EK taking this coast to coast. Big fella hands it off to Odin. That's too easy.
So much size.
EK right back to it and gets a turnaround J to fall. Going back down to EK. And that's no good, and once again he's going to go back to the line as Harris draws the foul.
Brian, so many times that when you start picking up and extending the court defensively, you're going to give up easy baskets here closer to the paint. And I know they've got to press the action a little bit more, but there's a trade-off for everything that you try to do defensively, and the Cowboys are capitalizing on it.
EK gets the first foul shot to go. 50% from the charity stripe today. Second shot is no good, and be surprised if they finish the year higher than 8th.
Well, like we talked about in the last game, that
on the Golden Lions. Williams, tough move, can't get it to go, and Ike comes away with it. Fouls are racking up for them as well. They've got 6 this half. Ike's turnaround J is good, and the foul.
He's a different player when he goes over that right shoulder. His scoring percentage goes through the roof.
Yeah, that's just a textbook move right there, and with his length, that's tough to guard.
As big and as athletic as Graham Ike is, he has some really soft hands, catches a lot of balls, and when he shoots it up on the rim, we talk about a heavy ball. His ball hangs on the rim. He's got a nice soft touch.
Dutt working at the top of the key in the lane. Layup no good. Ike will clean it up though for
2. Ike in there, but the development from some of our younger players last year is really noticeable. The Cowboys have gotten better, and I really see them as they can continue to season through the season. I think you're going to see that we're going to be very, very competitive in the Mountain West.
So AJ Stredick called for a little hand check on Ike. Ike back to the free throw line. He has 8 attempts at the charity stripe already this afternoon. 9th attempt is good.
You know, Ryan, one thing I tell you that I notice with this Wyoming Cowboy basketball team, I see so much. You know, there's great camaraderie on the court, but you watch that bench, they are all up. You know, even guys that just came out of the game, they're up waving the towel. They're really encouraging their teammates. They've got great chemistry on this team.
Yeah. So Wyoming breaks the press, and Ike says, I'll go to work again, and draws a contact. And with Wyoming in bonus, he will go back to the free throw line after the media timeout.
And the Cowboys just getting back to, you know, what they established in the very first possession against Detroit Mercy, just pounding the ball inside to Graham Ike. He's finished this half, you know, a lot better than he did the first half. But, you know, once again, he's back to the foul line. This is something we're going to see consistently, that Graham Ike is going to have to, you know, be able to knock down free throws throughout the game, because teams are going to have to, you know, either foul him or they're going to have to double team him to take him, to try to control him or take him out of the game. He's just too much of a presence down there, too much of a force. Game to find out something more about his team.
Milton's tough shot, no good, rebounded by Ike. Pine Bluff just 5 of 25 behind the arc this afternoon. And another foul on the Golden Lions. Jeff Linder in his 2nd season at the helm for Wyoming, 14 and 11 last year. Linder coming over from Northern Colorado. He was 80 and 50 in 4 seasons in Greeley. Big Sky Coach of the Year during the 2018-19 season, and won 15 games in the Big Sky in 18-19 and 19-20. And prior to that, he was on staff at Boise State for 6 years. So Linder coming to Laramie with an impressive resume and off to a good start so far in his first year and 2 games in year 2. Yeah, Coach Linder said at preseason media day going into that first season, and I think we're definitely seeing all of the hard work pay off that they put into the offseason.
No question. Difficult to take over a program, but even more difficult under COVID, you know, terms, because there's just limited what you could do. I tell you what, one of the best things Coach Linder does is develop players, and in the offseason is so important. But, you know, within his system, he does such a great job. And We've seen that. We've seen that in a normal environment, seeing that these Cowboys and how they've changed. You know, Blake Jeffries, you know, Jeremiah Odin, Graham Ike. You know, you can run down the list, but you can see a noticeable difference and improvement in those players.
Ike checks out, gets a nice hand. Could be his last minutes of the afternoon. And if it was, he finishes with 21 points. 11 of those coming at the free throw line. As Kylan Milton's not ready to go home yet, though.